I don't know if I'm live yet. Am I live? I think I'm live. It appears that I may be live in 3 or 4 different spots. So y'all gotta excuse me for a minute because it's been a minute since I've gone live. But I want to stop by today. Yes, nope, that's not me. I want to stop by and kind of check on you guys. It's been a minute since I've done a live on TikTok, and then I'm also on Facebook, and I'm on a couple of different places. Oh, I see there's some comments. Oh, they're all me. But so I was just checking in. Today's Valentine's Day. I want to check on folks, see how the people's is doing. Uh, because this is as far as days go, it's just really interesting how we tend to uh, make days into certain things that they don't necessarily have to be. So, as a divorcee, a recent divorcee, I just want to get in here and kick it with y'all and talk about Valentine's Day, see how y'all's was. Now, I can't see some of you, but if you have a comment, I don't know if I'll be able to see them, but I'll try to attend to them. But I just want to talk about being my first Valentine's Day as a divorcee. I'm sure you want to know how it went. It went like any other day went. It went like any other day went. Here's the thing. A long time ago, I decided that Valentine's Day wasn't going to mean a whole lot. But I'm looking through my Facebook memories, right? My Facebook memories, and I see all the pictures of all of the flowers I've gotten over the years and all of the things and all the romantic gestures. I'm looking at other people's pictures, and you know what? I am happy for other people. That's what my first Valentine's Day as a divorcee looks like. It looks like me being happy for other people. So I just got off of a podcast with Jason Phillips. He did an amazing podcast with interview with me a few months ago. It was probably 2-3 months ago. And so tonight we did a follow up on IG Live. And on the IG Live, we were talking about just the process of divorcing and healing and doing what needs to be done to get to the other side. And I recognized even today as I was going through looking at people's pictures, folks in love and their matching outfits and their photo shoots and the pictures of their flowers and all of that, that I was genuinely happy for people. I am genuinely happy for people who are happy. And I saw some of the some of the memes talking about if you don't have anybody today, don't worry, because some of those people won't have anybody tomorrow, and some of the people that they're with don't want to be with them. That is none of my concern. Look, I'm gonna love the love. I'm gonna love that y'all love and love. I'm gonna be happy for y'all. But as for me, my first Valentine's Day as a divorcee went pretty well. I'm just happy for the people. And so in the podcast, not the podcast, the interview that I just did, right, with Jason, people were asking questions, and someone asked a question if I thought that closure, that healing helped with closure and restoration. And I said, absolutely. And here's the thing, here's my response to that as it relates to closure. Like, closure is this very subjective thing. And I think sometimes we put closure on things that are only attempts to control uncontrollables, right? I can get closure if they respond to me in a certain way. I can get closure if they do something for me. I can get closure if somebody else does something. And so for me, my response was healing was my closure. Healing was my closure. So I can look at a day like Valentine's Day and not have a Valentine and be completely fine and excited for the people who do, for the people who are who are happy, who are in love, who are getting flowers and candy and all the good things. So that's where I am, my first official Valentine's Day as a divorcee. Oh wait, the TikTok people is talking, y'all. The TikTok people is talking. Hold on, let me see what they're saying. So we said, you have such a glowing smile. You look free. Honey, thank you. I am free. Listen, so I recently started this weight loss journey. Let me rephrase that. I started a fitness journey, right? because I was tired of my pants hurting, but more than that, I was tired of not feeling well. My back hurt all the time, my feet were hurting. It was a whole lot going on. And so, when you go and you do your little interview, they ask you, what's your goal, right? What's your goal? You have a fitness goal. I said, look, I just want to look amazing and I want to feel better than I look. So the smile, right? People talk about the glow up. And oftentimes we talk about the glow up as being this physical manifestation of something like, oh, like, I got a new freakum dress and I do all of these things, but the glow up is really from the inside out. The glow up for me is when I can experience a day that could be incredibly sentimental or incredibly sad if I chose to pursue it in that way and still have joy for other people. That's the glow up. So thank you. I am free, Jennifer. Life is so precious. We need to enjoy every day we can with Jesus Christ in our hearts. Amen. True story. Look at my videos. You will be amazed. Okay. Real angels. Heaven is real. Oh, I want to check that out. You are so magnificent. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, so that's what it's been. So over the course, I don't know if you guys have had a chance to check out the podcast interview that Jason and I did, but it was really revealing, and I think that it had a lot for anyone, whether they were in whatever stage of life they were in. You didn't necessarily have to be in a divorce. You don't have to be going through a divorce to follow me. You don't have to be going through a divorce to benefit from anything that I say. But it was a really good interview with a lot of wisdom for life, a lot of things that you can do. So for my TikTok people who aren't following me, you can probably find me on, I have a link in the bio where you can get connected to my other social media sites, but it's posted on YouTube and all of that. It's also on, where is it? It's on Facebook. There's links on my IG. But I think there's a lot to be said about making sure that we do our own work so that we don't allow days to do a number on us, regardless of who you are, regardless of where you are. Because I know that there are people who are probably really struggling through today. There are people who are going through situations, whether they are alone for the first time, whether they've lost somebody close to them, who struggle through this day. And I just want to remind you that the day is just a day. It's a day that, people decided was going to be a day for folks to spend a lot of money and do a lot of things. But my assertion has always been, if the only day that I feel good or feel loved is Valentine's Day or Christmas or my birthday, then something's not happening right. So I implore you, if you struggle through the day, what I would highly recommend to you is that you find ways to fall head over heels, madly and deeply in love with yourself. Then you won't look at other people and be upset about what's going on with them. You won't care about what's going on with them. You'll be so enticed with your own life that it won't mean as much as you think it means for somebody else to be living an experience that you're not 100% sure of what it is, that you've only imagined what it is. So don't let your imagination run away with you. Embrace the reality of your day, of your today, of your life. And so, that's for me. I keep having these milestones and these moments where I'm like, oh, I know I'm good. Oh, I know I'm good. This was oh, I know I'm good kind of day, because I was literally finding joy in scrolling through and seeing couples happy together. I was finding joy in it. And if you aren't, or if you didn't, then you got to check yourself and go, what part of me is missing that has nothing to do with other people, because it's not about other people. It's not about what they're doing or how they're doing. It's about you. And if you haven't addressed that, then it'd be something else that'll be making you mad. So yeah, I was just coming on and sharing with y'all how my first my first Valentine's Day as a divorcee was. Hey, Jason, I see you. I was just telling them, I'm talking to the TikTok people because Jason's on TikTok. I was just telling them about the podcast. They need to check out your podcast, Peace and Prosperity. and check it out on the YouTube page. So Jason just popped up. We just had a follow-up conversation from the podcast that we did, and there were a lot of really good questions. But yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. I served. That's what I did. Jason said it was a great episode. It really was. And I encourage the folks to follow you for more, because there will be even more great episodes. Because Jason is well connected with a lot of people who know a lot of great things, and Jason does too. He's also a therapist and a coach who has been doing this work and committed to doing this work and sharing for the people. But I just want to say that for those of you who are out there who are struggling with today, make the decision not to do it next year, not to struggle next year. Do your own work. And when you do your own work, you too will be happy to see other people happy. So Sweet Steph says, Shift Queen, OMG, I'm 49, 30 years of marriage, divorced 12 to 22. Honey, there's magic in those numbers, 12 to 22. If you're not already in my Shift Queens group, go to shiftqueens.com and meet me over there. There's a whole gang of us. And I'm committed to going back and reinvesting in that group and talking to the folks, because there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us who are in our 50s, late 40s, who've been with someone for decades and who are leaving relationships or who have left relationships. And there are a lot of people who are struggling. And so I popped on today to say, if you're struggling, that's okay. But acknowledge your struggle, lean into that struggle, and then do the work so that it's not a struggle, because it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I had a great day today. Hey, Miss Gwen. Because Gwen's going to remind you that I chose peace over principle every time. Very true. It's as valuable every day as I am any other day that man says I should be, not birthdays. Exactly. So, Sweet Steph, you're struggling hard, head on over to the Shift Queens group, shiftqueens.com. If you forget my link, there's a link to it in my bio somewhere. You'll see all of my social media handles. Because it is a tough time, right? It can be a tough time. It can really be a tough time if you're not processing in the work. And even when you're processing in the work, it's still going to be a tough time. So get in community with people who have been there, who understand what that process is. All right, TikTok. Remember, I'm 62, walking away from 29 years. Yes, I chose peace over principle. Absolutely. 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 And you have to decide, do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? And some of us get stuck in being right to our detriment. And then we prolong the process. We prolong the suffering. Looks like my camera unplugged. Okay, something happened with my broadcast. I'm going to leave. Oops, look, the whole